What's up? We're Hivemind, and you're listening to the Heavy Mental Breakdown podcast.
Hivemind. You know what? Your name has been popping up quite a bit in my feed. I feel like you guys are kind of working the circuit, playing shows, hanging out with all the local groups. I feel like Hivemind is a name that I kind of see often, so I'm stoked to have this. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, thanks for having
me. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys just recently did a show not too far from me over at the Meadows with Otterfest.
Yes.
How was that? How was that show for you?
Dude, it was incredible. It was like I would say it was like our first very, very big, well put together show that we've done since coming back as Hivemind, and honestly it was incredible, man. Everybody over at the Meadows is amazing. Derek is an absolute legend in the local scene, so it was definitely it was an incredible experience for sure. It was great to be there.
Were they doing multiple stages? Like, did they have it outside, like one stage outside and one inside, or was it all inside the entire time?
Considering it was snowing, it was all.
Yeah.
I was just going to say there was a giant snowstorm.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I was in New Jersey that day for the Boar and Toothless show. I was out there for that.
Hell yeah.
We sponsored that show, so I went to a couple of the dates with them. But yeah, that weather was bad. Was there a good turnout considering the weather?
Considering the
It was
weather,
pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We've known Derek for a long time. He actually, pretty much all of us were in a band back in the high school days. So we've known Derek since we were all 16, and Demo's a little younger than us, so we had to have his mom fill out a little pass so he can come out and play shows with us. But
that's cool. I haven't met Derek yet.
He's awesome, man. Like Demo said, he's a legend for a reason. He's always showing out, and like I said, we've known him for 15 something years at this point. So it's always great seeing him, and being able to work with him is just even better.
Yeah, I saw some of Heavy Mental Breakdown family was also playing there. You guys had Farsight there.
Yeah.
Which fucking love those guys.
Absolutely.
Firing Squad was there, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Firing Squad was there. I really wanted to be there. Next time. Next show.
Hell yeah.
So, for anybody who doesn't know who Hivemind is, who hasn't been on Instagram, because I feel like you guys are always popping up somewhere. For those who don't know who you guys are, what's a little bit of a background? How long you've been doing this for?
Oh, jeez. Anybody want to take the lead on this one so I don't age here?
I mean, like I just said, since we were in high school, we've all been playing together.
Yeah.
We were previously Dream for Tomorrow for the most part. We played a bunch of shows and played the Six Flags show that Ronnie Radke threw a mic stand off the stage and got that whole thing canceled.
Oh, you guys played that?
We witnessed that.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
That was a great day.
Up until that point.
It was a great day.
It was a very core memory amongst us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Did you get to meet Radke at all?
Thankfully, no.
No. You
Thank
say thankfully not?
Thankfully, no, yeah.
Bro, I got some stories from that show, dude.
Uh-oh. I feel like that might be a private chat instead of a...
Yeah, I'm not trying to get
Put
that.
that behind a paywall.
I'm excited for it then. I have a weird love-hate kind of relationship with Ronnie. I don't know. It's
He's
weird.
hysterical, man. He cracks me up.
He cracks me up too. I was a fan of him back
man.
when he was with Escape the Fate.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that first Reverse album, that was sick.
I was actually a huge fan of Falling in Reverse for a long time.
Yeah.
And then things definitely got interesting, and I'm just
it got a little weird.
It got a little weird.
So why Hivemind? What's the story behind the band name?
You can take that one, Jake.
I played with for myself for a little bit. I had sat on the name, and it was just a commentary on the lack of original thought. Seems like more people are falling in the echo chamber. You see a lot more people kind of not really having the willingness to kind of say something that they think for themselves, and they kind of just follow along with everybody else. It's kind of just a reflection on that, so it's kind of just a tongue-in-cheek way of kind of commenting on the way I see things.
So when you say the way you see things, is this just like the world or the music scene or politics, or like what do you just or all of it?
Yeah, I think over time,
yeah,
gotten comfortable with kind of just falling into like what somebody else likes or somebody else thinks is cool, and I think we need just to step back and do the things that we like because we like them. I think we need to have a bit more authenticity to ourselves.
Have you guys always been this way, or was there something that kind of like, okay, this happened, moving forward, this is our mindset, or you've always kind of just been this way?
I feel like we've always been this way to a degree. I feel like the other guys would agree with me. But just being younger and making music when you're younger, you do have a little bit of just doing certain things for the sake of trying to be cool or fitting in.
Yeah,
and I think that was something we wanted to step away from this time around for sure.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much you can relate that to. When I first read the name, like Hivemind, my mind went to a brain full of bees.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like a beehive. I was just like, Hivemind, there's like bees in your brain and just going wild. It's just like, I need to get these thoughts out. I thought maybe bees were a metaphor for our thoughts. Maybe not.
I actually had somebody I work with that thought the same thing. And
oh shit, yeah.
He was like drawing up some fun stuff with like our name and everything, and he's like, yeah, man, like I could do like a beehive with like a brain or something. And I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
It is. You guys should like put out like a tea or something of this like crazy monster bee or something. And just, like that would be sick. That's sick. Beehive Mind. I don't know.
Beehive Mind.
I don't know. Maybe something to think about later. The artwork for this EP you guys have out. This came out in 2019. That artwork is pretty brutal. What's the story behind the artwork of that?
Probably was 2025. We only have the one release.
Yeah, I was going to say it was just this past year.
Okay, I don't know why it says 2019 on Apple Music. That's weird.
Yeah, we had a little bit of issues with some of our stuff. Like we tried putting the lyrics up right away on Spotify, and then like that took a long process. So wouldn't be surprised if it's some funky stuff going on.
Yeah, it's just 2019. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. All right, so you said this just came out in 2024?
2025, just last year.
Oh, okay. When did you put it out last year? Towards the end of the year, or?
Yeah,
Halloween.
I was just interviewing a band right before you guys, and they put their stuff out on Halloween too. I feel like we're all just like horror nerds and like love 31 and Halloween in October.
Yep.
Especially with that album cover. Someone explain that album cover to me. It looks pretty brutal.
Well, we had just like, again, we've known each other since high school, and when we would all hang out, we would jam and go out and smoke a little, drink a little, and hang out and hit the town. There was a building that we would go to it was basically an abandoned, like, fireplace, fireman rescue, whatever you want to call it. So they would like basically use this building to practice like scaling up and down and putting the fires out there. So we would, like the degenerates that we are, we would sneak in there and shine the flashlights around, and we all got the shit scared out of us because we were like, oh, I don't know, I think somebody's in here, because you can't see anything, it's pitch black. And we shined the flashlight down, and there was like a full-sized person dummy that was just like laying on the other side. Like, oh, what the hell is that? And it was like literally just like a CPR dummy. So that was kind of like where the inspiration came from, was like, what if it was like just an abandoned building, and kind of reflected that kind of imagery.
I dig it. So how did this EP do for you guys? I know it hasn't been out for too long, but how is it doing for you?
Honestly, it's pretty surprising. We played the one show at Otterfest that a couple kids knew some of the songs already, and they kind of provided. It's pretty dope. Yeah. And just excited to see a little bit more of that as the songs kind of sit out there and people get a chance to really listen to them. And at the same, we've got some new stuff we're working on that we're really excited to share as well. So
awesome. Well, we'll chat a little bit about what you guys got coming up at the end of this episode, but we are here because of a track called Deadweight.
that's correct.
Why did you guys choose this track? What does this one mean to you when you think about lyrics?
I mean, realistically, the song's kind of just about like separating that one person who's not really contributing anything to your existence, your benefit. You know, I mean, a lot of people in your lives kind of come and go, but there are just some people who end up being more of a drag on you than anything.
I get that one.
And at some point, it just feels like, you know, you're carrying around this dead weight, and yeah, you cut ties at some point, and you got to just be like, listen, this is what's best for me, move forward. And that's really it. Kind of leave that behind and just move forward without that extra baggage, that dead weight, so to speak.
Okay. So there's some depth there. Hell yeah.
Yeah. There's always a little bit of thought. I mean,
yeah.
It is music, realistically. It's a lot of fight riffs and just like us having fun. But at the same time, there's always a little bit of nuance and depth that we try and approach the lyrics with.
Okay. What genre? This is always a fun question because I always get a different answer from every band. What genre would you say that you are?
Metal.
Just straight up metal. Fuck yeah. I love it.
We had that conversation before too, because you know, Dream for Tomorrow, like that was, you know, tying into like what we did in the past and what we're trying to do now. It's like we were playing in high school and metalcore was like the rage. So
Yeah.
every single person in the band listens to totally different music, and it's like, how do we incorporate everybody's idea into a unified sound? And the Dream for Tomorrow stuff, it was more clean vocals and, you know, the classic metalcore like 8/7/5 riffs and stuff like that. So with this, we were really just trying to go like, hey, you know what, like, I'm pissed off, I'm gonna write a pissed off riff, and
hell yeah.
this is what the vibe is. And then it's like, all right, so this is what I've got for an idea, what do you have for an idea? And then we just kind of meld it all together and bridge off of each other and just make it something a little bit more unique, you know, again, tying into the whole Hivemind idea. It's like we don't really focus on a genre, we're just trying to write heavy music, you know. We go from like something that's slammy to like a hardcore two-step riff, you know. It's just trying to incorporate everything to make a unified sound and just keep the heavy music feel.
Yeah, you guys should just say what all the other bands are telling me. You guys should just say your genre is Hivemind core.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
I'll take it.
Or B core.
No,
Yeah,
no.
Beehive core. We're gonna create something different with you guys. Your name is fun. We got to do something additional with it. So I actually have a question. So you guys were playing music, whether it was this band or something else, pre-COVID, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what kind of role did that play in this band and kind of getting things together, playing shows, writing music? Yeah, how did that play a role? Because I feel like every band kind of has their story who was pre-COVID. You know, some of them took a different direction. Some of them like self-reflected more. Like, I want to sing about this kind of stuff instead. What was your guys' experience going through all that?
I think honestly, like before COVID or during COVID, especially, like speaking for myself, and I'm sure the guys can relate to this as well, is like being in that lockdown where you didn't really have much of an outlet. You know, you didn't have shows to go to, you didn't have people to kind of get together with and write and do these things with. It definitely kind of put a weird, like, dark cloud over a lot of people. So coming out of COVID, you know, us getting together for, you know, just hanging out or having like we did like a reunion show, which is where all this started from. And because of that freedom to go out and do what you got to do, like, I feel like it kind of invigorated everybody. Like, it gave everybody that, like, yo, we're young again. We could still write this shit and go out and play shows. I thought like I was done with playing live for a long time. And I think coming out after COVID was definitely a nice like, holy shit, we could still do this. We could still get together and vent out all this shit that we've been dealing with and write some really pissed off music for really pissed off people, you know?
Yeah. And the reason why I asked that question, because I believe it was Connor, you said you were just pissed off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that reminds, I was like, I wonder if any of that was like due to COVID and, you know, just getting angry and still just having shit to release.
Yes and no. I mean, COVID was like rough on me and my family. I lost my grandfather, and then shortly after, my grandmother like got Alzheimer's and got COVID and passed from that. So it was obviously a really difficult time to deal with all of that. And then you know, we all started talking, and we're like, hey, dude, like, I miss playing music. I miss hanging out with you guys. I mean, these folks on the screen, like, these guys are my best friends since we were how old? Like 14, 15? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, you guys were like, 15, 16. I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
I was the baby, man. I got adopted by these guys.
You were the 6'3" baby.
Yeah.
6'3" baby.
I dig it. Billy, what's up with you, man? You left San Francisco.
Yeah, I finally figured out
What
how to get
happened?
out
I was hoping it was
my
going to
living
be
room.
up there the whole time. Dang it.
there.
Dang it. All right. Well, I'm ready to listen to this track.
Yeah, man. Whenever
What
you're
about
ready.
you?
Let's do it.
All right. This is Deadweight by Hivemind. Let's fuck with this track. That threw me off. That like, that was cool. I was like, wait, where's this going? And it felt like it switched in the middle of it too. I was just like, wait a minute, whoa. That intro was fun though. I can see myself at a show, just like, it was cool.
Oh yeah.
Try to pull. No. No room for Deadweight. You run your mouth. Can't fucking deal whenever you're around. You can't control me. I feel like those lyrics are pretty self-explanatory, you know? It's just exactly what you're saying. It's just, there's someone weighing me down. Get the fuck out of here. Let me do my thing. You can't control me. You can't control these thoughts. I feel like something that comes up a lot is the news. And just watching it and believing what you see and believing and hearing everything that you see and hear. It's like, oh, that's fact. I heard it on TV or I saw it on... can't fucking deal whenever you're around. You can't control me. I almost take that in a political way. I don't know. That's just where my mind goes. And not even really political, but maybe just like social media and just things that you see. Because I feel like a lot of us don't really do research on our own on a lot of shit. But yeah, who wants to talk a little bit about this verse right here?
I mean, yeah, I could definitely see it being taken that way for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of people talking a lot of shit, and whatever side is which, it doesn't really matter. It comes down to people kind of falling into the echo chamber, like Jake said earlier, where everyone kind of just and like you said as well, where, you know, oh, I saw this here, then it must be true. And I think that also goes very well with just like a social thing as well, where it's like, you know, oh, well, you know, fucking this guy said this shit about you, and now me and 10 of my friends are gonna believe it. You know what I mean? So it kind of it could glaze over a lot of topics, and I think that it does register in all of those topics for sure.
I was in a very toxic relationship, and this takes me to that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
There's
Yeah,
definitely
whether I
a touch of
relate.
that.
I was in a very toxic job a couple years ago too, and I can't deal whenever you're around. That's what I wanted to tell my supervisor. Like, just get out of here, dude. Like, let me work from home so I don't have to talk to you.
Absolutely.
But
No,
then he would be bugging me on Slack, and I'm like, fuck, I can't get this guy out here. All right. And yeah, I feel like you can't control me. I do really bad at like desk jobs, 9 to 5 kind of jobs, because I feel like I'm just being controlled. Like I gotta ask permission to like leave early to go to a rock show, or even for a doctor's appointment, I need to ask for. Like I just feel like we're just so controlled by the system.
No, that's what, and honestly, I think that's a big part of the narrative as well, where it's like, yeah, we're just trying to live, man. As people, I think being yourself, being creative, doing the things that you want to do, oftentimes gets kind of tossed to the back burner because you're stuck with like, oh, well, I gotta fucking deal with work, I gotta deal with this person in my life, my family, significant other, whatever the case may be, where a lot of people lose that sense of creativity and just the part of like the human spirit that really thrives from creativity. So I think that's a good way of putting it, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what situation you're in, or like I feel like anybody can relate to just this opening right here. Anybody can take that and just flip it into their own shit. But that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to relate to people and make them feel something. Try to pull the rug from beneath me. You can't get under my skin, yet you still try and yet you still try and see me fail. That sucks to have the rug pulled on. So, so going back to my toxic relationship, it was actually a marriage. And I was away for a weekend. And when I came home, her and all her stuff was gone, and I never saw her again.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I've had the rug pulled out from under me a couple times.
That's kind of the definition of it right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
But you know what? After that happened, I moved to New York and I met the love of my life, and I remarried since. So I feel it happened for a reason.
It happened for a reason. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's good to have the rug pulled out from underneath you. Because, like, for me in my mind, I'm just like, I knew it was going bad and I knew I shouldn't have been in it. But, like, it was a marriage and I wanted to make it work. I wanted to do all these things. And, like, if she didn't take off, I don't think I ever would have done it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you kind of need that rug.
Yeah.
To force you into something.
No, I agree with that. Absolutely. Sometimes things that seem the worst at the time could be a blessing in disguise, man. Like, look at you now. You moved to a different state. You met a person that you could really connect with, and if that other lady's watching, I mean, sucks for you, like,
I was gonna say. Yeah. I feel you on that one, brother.
She left me and our cat. I felt bad for the cat.
Oh no!
You can't do that to the cat.
You can't.
That was way more important, though.
Yep.
Dang. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can't get under my skin, yet you still try and see me fail. When she left, she actually ended up hitting up one of my best friends and just like telling him all these lies about me and about the relationship. And it's just like, really? You're going to call my best friend and try to turn him against me? That's fucked up.
I mean, that's
try to get under my skin.
That the song ties in. It's like, dude, like, no matter who you talk to, like, everybody's got like either a friend, an ex, somebody that you've been with, like that. Dude, they're just toxic and they suck the life out of you. It's like, I can't keep trying to do all this. Like, I'm trying to look out for what's best for you, and you're just trying to stab me in the back and pull the rug from beneath me. Like I'm not here for that. And that's where a lot of the musical influence comes from as well. It's like you just get so fed up and you get to a certain point and fed up. All right,
sometimes you just need to scream out these words to get it out.
And sometimes it's just nice having a healthy outlet, a creative outlet.
Absolutely.
And the nice thing is there is, very much a community in the heavy music scene. And, you come across some really cool people, some genuine people. And I think that community is what a lot of people are missing at times. And I think that's what can really help kind of change somebody's mentality for a better, maybe realizing that you're not the only person who feels this way or has people like this in your life. It's a little bit more universal than you think.
Yeah, and that's why Otterfest is so dope, because it was just a bunch of local, New York bands and getting together and being a community.
Super talented. Yeah. Everybody was awesome. It was a great time, really.
Was it a 1-day thing, or was it a 2-day?
2-day.
So, 2-day. That's massive.
Yeah, the first day was a little lighter, and then the second day was like the heavier bands and stuff. Like we've got some friends over in Kuru that played, and I actually didn't know this going into it, but we played with a band, Bleed the Gods, and I see this dude come walking through the crowd, and I'm like, damn, that guy looks really familiar. Turns out it was my audio professor from college, and I'm like, dude, you played that band? Like,
yeah. I interviewed them a couple of weeks ago. That episode's out too.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, John Machado. He was my audio professor in college, man. I was like,
he's got the long hair, right? He's got yeah.
That's why I did the double take. I'm like, there's no way that there's two dudes that look exactly like you, dude.
Yeah, that was a fun one to listen to. They got some stories there.
I bet, man. Definitely have to check that out.
You still try and see me fail. It's rough. It's almost like somebody wants you to fail. They're waiting for it.
Yeah, sometimes it is, man. Like preying on your downfall, and kind of like, just there to make your life more difficult.
Do you guys see that at all in like being a band and doing shows? Like, do you ever see like people like looking at you guys as like competition and stuff like that? How is the community when it comes to, kind of just being a community and being there for each other? Do you see any of this out there?
I don't think we
be. It used to be like that with like previous stuff when we were younger. There was definitely a lot of that. Because, again, it's like you kind of get the highbrow from certain people, and we don't like the fact that you have clean choruses or you play this type of music or whatever the case may be. But now it seems like that's kind of gone away a little bit. I mean, we've also been fortunate to play with, we know most of the folks in the scene. We're friends with a lot of the guys in these bands. So when we do get together and get out to play some shows, it's like, it's just homie fest,
Friends,
everybody's a friend. Everybody feels the same vibe. We're all supportive of each other.
Homie fest. That's a good name.
Yeah. That's something we've been talking about. We gotta try to work on a little homie fest out here.
You totally should. Just hit up Bleed the Gods, hit up Farsight, throw a homie fest.
Absolutely, man.
Would I be invited to that? Can I be part of Homie Fest?
Hell yeah.
Yelling at me. Holy shit. Why are you so angry, Jake?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Life.
I'm like, hey, you're like yelling at me. All right, let's go over some of these lyrics here. I felt like there was like a lot of heaviness coming up. So I'm like, okay, wait. Before we get into that, let's dive into, hey, we'll peel it all away. See how it keeps coming around again. And I love how you, yeah. One thing I wanted to point out was the drums. Those were good drums, man. I'm not sleeping on those drums. I hear those fills and it sounds cool. I'm a big fan of drumming. I've always wanted to be a drummer, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, maybe
this song went through many changes, and the guys can attest to that. From what it originally was to what it is now.
Oh, really?
It went through many different variations, and just trying to find what worked best for the parts. And I really think we did that to serve the parts the best as possible. I'm really happy with the way it came out. So,
hell yeah,
yeah, Billy killed it.
I mean, like we were going into the studio to record this, and like we've always kind of played with the idea of like, oh, what if we change this fill up a little bit? And Billy was like, fuck it, I'm gonna blast beat it.
Like, yeah, that blast part, I literally came in the studio day of, and I was like, I'm gonna try just throwing a blast here because it just changed things up a little bit, and we're like, hell yeah, it sounds awesome. So.
It sounds so angry.
It does, and that's why I said, Jake, stop yelling at me. I got all this stuff going on. I got all these different sounds. Stop
I got these bills. I got these relationships.
I was like, there's a lot of like different pieces in here. Like, just know I'm not sleeping on any of those things. I hear them, but I feel like if I just bring them all up, we'll be here forever. Pill it all away. What are you pilling?
I guess that would be
the rug,
right? And I guess it could be a facade somebody had posed to you. It could kind of be those negative feelings that somebody's kind of bringing up, whether that be, again, that friend, family member, whatever, like that dead weight.
It's almost like a mask. Somebody kind of like a manipulation, narcissism kind of thing. Well, they'll tell you one thing to your face, and you turn around, and it's like, if only I could just peel that and dig a little deeper in there. Yep. I want to get to your real face. I want to get to who you really are as a person, not this facade that you're putting on. I like that. How it keeps coming around and around. They just keep coming like bees. Just swat them away. Dragging you on the way. You like that? That was cool. Dragging you on the way. Deadweight, leave you behind. Dragging you on the way. Deadweight, leave you behind. No chance of turning back. I feel like dead weight is a pretty insulting thing to say to somebody. It's almost just like this nothing that just you have to carry around with you. That's heavy.
Fits,
just
man.
like, fuck, just cut it off. Fuck you, get out of here. I'm leaving you behind.
Yeah, when the shoe fits, you gotta call it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to do that.
Yeah, Frankie, what's your thought on this track so far? When you first heard these lyrics, what were you thinking? Like, did it pump you up? Did it get you pissed? What's your thought on these lyrics so far?
No, I could definitely relate to them. I would say it was kind of a perfect intro track to the demo because it was kind of encompassing what we were trying to do with both the name of Hivemind and kind of what we were trying to encapsulate with our sound. Because again, as Connor said perfectly, we were really into like being more melodic, I guess, back when we were trying to be like, hey, look at how good we are as musicians. Like, look at what riffs we can do in our arpeggio, stuff like that. Now it's been years and years, and we're just like, we don't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck. No one should give a fuck.
Yeah.
We're just going to write what we want. And again, you go from being, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, now you're in your early 30s, and, life hits you in the face. Yeah. And this song, I think, kind of, especially in the intro, kind of like encapsulate that as a sound. And then just Jake's lyrics, just kind of, again, perfectly just say, like, everyone is bullshit. You guys, I was literally going to bring up the mask comment, and you said it yourself. So I think it just kind of perfectly is set as the way to introduce us to, this new image as Hivemind and just our sound overall.
So you guys are like coming out again, and you're just like, this is how we feel right now.
Exactly.
If anybody has any thought about how we feel about you and what you think of us, go listen to Deadweight. It's about you.
Exactly.
Try to cry, you will, but you just keep crying.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know why you're so angry, dude. Just kidding. I absolutely get it. All right, that was a fun one. Though I feel like the drums even got more fun there at the end too. Like you're just
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a fun track. Did you guys play this at Otterfest?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's
That was,
what's the
our opener.
oh, it's an opener. How do fans how do audiences and react when you play this song live?
And kind of how you would expect is
You
usually
throwing fists?
first, and then once people kind of get the vibe for everything, I mean, by the end, it's usually chaos. So
That's always how you want it. More chaos in the crowd, the better.
Yeah.
Try to cut you out, but you kept crawling back. It's like when someone knows they've done you wrong and they were intentionally doing it, and then you cut them off like, oh, fuck. They're like, we didn't know they had the backbone to do that to us. We thought, I thought they were just going to keep letting us do this shit over and over again, but nope. Kept crawling back. Nah, get out of here. You're not wanted here anymore. And now decaying. Oh, wait. Try to cut you out, but you just keep crawling right back. And now decay away. Blind, but now I see what lies deep inside. Blind, but now I see what lies. Break away now that I see what lies. Who wants to tackle these last lyrics here?
I mean, I think what you said actually really works very well with it, where it's kind of like people trying to take advantage over and over because they just think you're going to let them take advantage over and over, and kind of seeing that them as the people that they are, and you just leaving and you just cutting them out entirely. And I think a big part of that, I think a big part of that is kind of a surprise to people, and it should be. But I think, like me listening to the song, if I wasn't in this band and it was like just something I heard and I was in that situation, it would kind of be almost like a little kick in the ass, you know?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Hey, man, grow a pair of balls. Tell this motherfucker to just leave you alone. I think that's, if we could do that for someone else, fantastic, man. Our job is done. You know, I think you said it pretty well, to be honest with you.
I feel like that was something, this mindset was something for me personally that I needed to learn as I got older. I felt like I was just so acceptable to a lot of things that I didn't really have a backbone. You know, I let people walk over me for a long time, especially after that relationship. But like after that, nope. I realized I need to have more of a backbone and listen to songs, man. Exactly, and listen to songs like this, and you know, instead of wallowing in sorrow, hey, that's pretty much telling them to fuck off, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, again, tell those people to leave you alone, and you know, find your self-worth and kind of move on from there. Find the things that do serve you, that bring you, you know, happiness, and the things that, you know, you can count on, and things that you can find reliable. You know, whether that's community, family, whether that's friendship, relationship, you know, you just have to find those things, and when they're good, just treat them right. You know, you've shed the dead weight, you've moved past all that negativity. Now it's just a matter of, like you know, you've said, you find something better, you hold on to it, you keep going with that.
Yeah,
you know, it's all forward. So,
you know, one of the things what my goal of this podcast is, I feel, you know, growing up as a kid, I was the one in middle school wearing Slipknot t-shirts, Mudvayne t-shirts, and I actually. Yeah, when I was in middle school, I dressed up as, I think his name's Cud from Mudvayne. I think that's his first name. But I had the bullet hole in the head. I had just blood dripping down. That was 7th grade. In 6th grade, I was Joey Jordanson. Yeah, that was a fun one too. But I just,
my language, dude. I got Slipknot tattoos. They're a big inspiration for me, man.
Fuck yeah. Oh, well, actually, what sparked this whole podcast is Corey Taylor. And I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a video on YouTube. I don't know when it came out. I saw it a couple years ago. But it's Corey sitting down with a therapist. And the therapist is asking him all these questions about his childhood. And Corey goes in deep. Very deep.
Crazy life, man.
He has. And I was like, you know what? I was like, This guy who I grew up with, he's now here talking about his mental health, and I'm like, if Corey Taylor can do it, I'm like, we should all be doing this.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Because I watched that video and I had way more. Like I've known a little bit about that because he has been a little bit open as the band has gone on about that stuff. But I was like, that seems fun. That seems fun to hang out with an artist and just dive into stuff on a mental level.
Man.
It was fun. But yeah, Corey. Anyway, going back. I always felt like people make assumptions of rock a lot and metal, and it sounds so angry, and why are you so pissed, and gets a bad rep. But when you really like dive into the lyrics and dissect them and see where they're coming from, like this song, it just seems like for me, it's like a kick in the ass. Like you said, it's like, okay, no. I need to get my life together, but not life together. I feel like I need to get my brain together and just realize the things that are not good in my life and kind of just fixing it.
Yeah, man.
And it can go for anything, like a job you're not happy at, boss, relationship. Yeah, I feel like anybody can relate to these lyrics.
Now, I think that's a big part of everything that like we're trying to do. Is
relatable,
like relatable, exactly, and like you said earlier, being in a heavier band, people do get that like weird stigma behind it, like, oh, you guys are just pissed off all the time, and there's nothing to the lyrics, there's nothing to what you do, you're just screaming and making noise and being angry. But like realistically, there's so much more to heavier music and lyrics in heavier music. Just because it's, specific songs might be focused on the anger of the human mind or the human condition, whatever you want to call it. Some people need that vent, like they need to have that expression. I think it does wonders for people, man. Like to be able to express yourself in even if it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's happiness, whatever the case may be. I think it's very important, and heavy music has gotten like shafted on that, where it's just like, it's just pissed off music, but read them, listen to it.
Exactly. Read the lyrics, read them. Try to have an open mind a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's funny because like, I know I've heard this before, but a lot of people say, hey, when you're angry, just get a pillow and put it on and scream, or like put your head under the water and just scream. But like when we do it in music and we're trying to get it out, for some reason, people don't really put those things together. It's like, no, I will stand on this till the day I die. I think rock and roll and metal is the most vulnerable and emotional music out there.
I agree with that.
I would agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But it's not seen that it's not seen that way outside of this
But then you get like the rare people that are like, oh, I've got such and such friend that listens to metal, and he's the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. It's like, well, why do you think that is? Because he can actually be honest and open about his feelings through the music, and that's again something that we try to do. Like when I have a shit day, the first thing I do is I go and I grab my guitar and I either play some other stuff or I try to come up with some ideas, and like that's what Deadweight came about. I was going through some tough times with my job where I wasn't really working for an extended period of time, and trying to find anything else in my field is next to impossible.
Dude, that's so rough right now. A lot of people are going through that.
So it's like right now my job is like super busy, but I tried doing something else, so now I'm trying to balance two jobs, because otherwise then it's like there's nothing. So I'm like running myself super thin and stressed out about not one job, but two jobs, and, a relationship that is like what you were describing before is extremely toxic, and that, again, trying to cut the dead weight. And it's like the only thing I got are these guys, We all come together, and I'm sure they're all sick and tired of me bitching about everything else. But you know what? That's what we're all here. We're all here for each other in that way.
We all feel that way. We feel like we're a burden on people, or they don't want to hear it anymore. But honestly, I'm sure they'd rather hear it than not hear it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. And it helps come up with some really heavy music in the meantime.
Absolutely. Whenever I'm pissed off, I grab one of these guitars behind me and I blast
Absolutely.
the amp up as loud as I can.
Yes, sir.
It's a great way to get it out, especially with drumming. Billy, how is drumming related to your mental health? Like, there's something about hitting shit.
Oh yeah, man, totally.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, getting together with these guys is just an outlet for any stress you might have going on in your life, and for me as well, just playing drums is something I love doing, but playing metal in a metal band is just a whole different vibe because you're able to really just get your aggression out, and I think that's what we're trying to, like, us as a whole band enjoying playing with each other. We want people to have an enjoyment watching us play at shows and stuff, and the metal community as a whole is really supportive like that. And like a lot of the other bands we play with, like, they're just so supportive and love to, like, see us doing our thing and enjoying it, and like we love to support them and see them, and it's just very, very cool to see how everything's been going, that we're able to play together and make it work after all this, all these years and stuff too. So
Hell yeah. How about you instrument guys playing does that I know, Connor, you kind of just said a little bit of, you pulled the guitar out when you're a little pissed, but Demo and Frankie, is that same for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say anytime that what we'll typically do when we're writing songs, and Deadweight was no different, we'll literally take videos of ourselves of the riffs just so we don't forget it, send it to the band chat, and it will be with the most ridiculous names possible, whether it based off of how pissed we were when we wrote the riff or how just in what a weird headspace we've been. And it really does push the sound, and you can almost feel it in each song. Again, Deadweight has its own flavor. You listen to all the other songs on the demo or come see us live, there's another 2 or 3 songs that you don't hear on the demo, and you could really kind of feel what each song's headspace was in. And yeah, it's really, as soon as you feel that out, you're like, I need to pour this out into some creativity somehow. And the best feeling after that is experiencing that on stage with the guys, your bandmates, and everyone out in the crowd hearing it for the first time. And when they decide to punch a hole through a wall or throw their body into a group of their friends, it's the best feeling ever.
It is.
Or toss a trash can, which has happened.
Or trash can just goes, jettisoned across.
Oh, damn. Someone threw a trash can. That's what I'm saying. Like, I heard this song and I'm like, I need to get pissed about something. Give me something to throw. Nothing. No, not my guitar. So, what about you? What about you, Demo? Huh?
Throw stuff you're not worried about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fine.
Absolutely. What about you, Demo? How do you get your shit out on that bass? Those strings are thick. Just like with every fucking.
Yank it
behind
like anytime I've played live, that's the big one for me, man. Because like I'm like if anybody ever comes to see us. And anybody that knows us has known, unfortunately for everybody else on that stage, I tend to move around a little too aggressively, a little too much. I've taken Connor, I've smacked him in the back of the head with the bass a few times.
Way too many times,
man. You're not safe, Jake's gotten it.
Gotta wear a helmet on stage, Connor.
Connor has CTE.
I love it, man.
Got
the cymbal shields. If it weren't for the cymbals, I think I'd probably be taken out too.
Yeah.
You're not safe though, brother, because I'm telling you, back in the day, I hit one of our drummers over the cymbals.
Oh, damn.
It takes a little bit of aiming, but it's possible. But no, like playing live and experiencing the crowd, the lights, the sound, everything. It's everything that I love to do comes out on that stage. Whether it's to, 10 people or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. It's just we put on the same show regardless. Is getting aggressive on there, jumping around, having a good time, and yeah, having a thick-stringed 5-string bass that I could beat the shit out of sometimes.
Yeah,
makes me feel good. It does.
Even hitting it sometimes, just hit the strings.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You can see there's a few videos that we've played
He does.
where I'm literally like punching, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's sick. That's sick. We
He
all need
bounces
that.
it off the back of my head, or one of the two. So he doesn't even have to play anything when he stands next to me and just beats the shit out of me.
I don't even want to know how band practice goes. There's just like blood everywhere. Just like, God damn it,
For the
Demo,
most
you did
part,
it again,
it's
dude.
okay.
You did it again.
The live
Out
shows
effects, I
is
was
where
good.
this
I had
man
a
cuts
big
loose.
face. I was okay.
Cool. One thing I wanted to point out, I think it was Connor. You said that you're like, oh yeah, you know they think we're so angry, but we're like the nicest dudes. One thing that I wanted to say off of that, Jake, is that a Friday the 13th shirt?
Oh, it's my Jason Goes to Manhattan shirt.
And then Demo's got some Venom down there. I worked for a horror con for a while. We were doing like this traveling thing. It was fun, but dude, in every city that I went to was decked out with people with long hair and tattoos. All just so fucking nice, though.
Yeah.
If you want, I could show you what my tripod is at the moment.
Yeah, I want to see like a box set. Oh, a Chucky. Fuck yeah. All right, Connor and Billy, what's your connection with horror? What do you like?
I mean, I actually have a Leatherface tattoo and a
Fuck
Necronomicon tattoo.
Fuck yeah.
I do sound for. A lot of people don't know what it is, but I'm a Foley mixer, so I record all the sound effects.
Hell yeah.
Okay, good. You know what it is. Like, so I love working on horror movies because what happens? Everybody gets stabbed and mangled and beheaded and sawn in half. So I get to make the sound effects of people being ripped to pieces. And I got to work on the Leatherface movie that came out on Netflix that...
Fuck yeah.
Maybe it's not the greatest of the Texas Chainsaw movies, but I got to work on that one, so I like it.
Yeah.
He got to punch the melons.
That's what I was going to say, too. I'm just like, you just get a baseball bat with a watermelon or something.
He gets to punch the melons, man.
Yep.
But are you also like in charge of like footsteps and doors opening and shit like that? You got to do a little bit of the tedious stuff, though.
It's just melon hunting.
It's just,
I wish,
it's
dude.
just
I'd be way happier. Like
you do Foley deaths. That's your job.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Sign me up for that.
No, but like I definitely feel this way too. Like I just feel like metal and horror connect so well, and
absolutely,
just all I don't know. Of course. Just the nicest fucking people, but I don't know. There's a stigma. There's a stigma around it. We got to change that.
If you write music that sounds like it goes to a horror movie, I think you do well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been quite a bit of bands I've had on here that sound very cinematic. They have like all this additional music behind them, strings and orchestras and shit. I'm like, wow, you guys are really getting into this. But I love it.
Absolutely.
So what else does 2026 have in store for Hivemind? What do you guys got coming up?
We've got a couple new things that we're working on as far as music goes. We have a show that we're going to be announcing soon for the end of March that feels a little bit like that Homie Fest that we were talking about earlier, so that should be a good time.
Cool.
I know we're doing another gig sometime in May, and we've got some other things we're working on. Maybe some visuals and some other things to keep, everybody has something to chew on while we're working on these shows, new music and all that. But we've got a couple things up our sleeve right now.
Does anybody play in another band? Because like I've noticed that quite a bit out here in New York. I'm just like, oh fuck, this person's in this band, this band, this band. You guys are just dedicated to the Beehive.
We've been boys since we were in high school. It's just for us. Really, this is an excuse for us to hang out. The music and everything else is just like
we're committed to the Beehive.
Yeah, fuck it, fuck yeah, I love it.
That's so fun.
It is. You guys got to start doing stuff like that. But no, so one thing, I definitely notice, and it's very obvious when this happens on the podcast. But you guys are super close, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so fucking cool. Like you guys are just like best friends making music. Like, there's really no other way to do it. It's just like you love doing it. It's fun. You're with your boys. It's like that. Yeah. It's like all of it's that escape in this crazy world. You're like, fuck the news. I'm turning it off. I'm gonna go jam with the dudes.
Literally,
it all works.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's like we're all working, like I said before, like I'm currently doing 2 jobs, but it's like, you know what? We're practicing this time. I also live like an hour and a half away from everybody else. So it's like, hey, we're meeting up to practice tonight. We got a show coming up. We got to tighten things up, or we just recently got a sample pad to do some cool effects live with. Hey, last minute, let's book the practice space. Let's get down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, dude, I'm driving, 3 hours round trip, get to sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and I'm going back to work. And I never felt more happy in my entire life.
Hell yeah.
It's
Fuck
like,
yeah. The power of music.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
The best kind of drug out there is hanging with the boys and playing some breakdowns,
Hell yeah. And the whole band made it to the interview. It's not that common when this happens, but you all wanted to be in it together and have the moment and represent the band. I mean, you guys are it. You guys are it. There's a reason why you guys are making noise in this space, I see.
Yeah.
Dig it. So if anybody were to come up to you guys and say, hey, where is the best place to keep up with the Beehive? Do I go to your Instagram? Like, where's the best place to go for everything Hivemind?
Yeah, for now it's probably the Instagram. So that's Instagram.com, Hivemind, LINY, all one word. That'll take you to where we're posting all the shows. I mean, pretty much anything that we're going to be doing as far as posting, trying to get people's attention, you'll find there. We did recently start a Facebook page, so we will be posting that as well. You'll start seeing some updates there. And then we have a TikTok that we're trying to get off the ground as well. So there's a couple platforms that we're trying to juggle. And again, it's been 15 years since we've done this, learning the social media game again. It's new, but we're happy to tackle it as I drop you guys.
Good catch, though.
Oh, my, what happened?
Yeah, I'm surprised I was able to catch
Jake
that
just took off. He was like, that was my last question.
I do gotta say, there's one more. A buddy of mine, he just recently started. It's almost like an alternative, like streaming platform that's mostly for like underground, heavier artists. So I'm working with him currently to get all of our stuff on there as well.
Oh, cool.
And this is more for like a community thing. Like, I'm not even saying this to plug like just us. I'm saying for anybody. You could find a lot of really, really, really talented underground artists. It's or.fm. So he has like an app for it. He's got a website for it. And he does a lot of promoting for a lot of the local bands, bands everywhere, not just New York, but local bands everywhere. You can find a lot of really cool stuff. So we're going to be on that as well. Has
that launched already? Is that a thing that's already out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he has it launched. Everything is ready to go. I've been talking to him back and forth. We're going to end up putting our stuff on there as well. But that again is more of like a plug for like a community thing. Like, I think it's amazing what he's doing. He's
very
doing
cool.
A lot of good for all the local scenes all over the country. I mean, he's got bands from everywhere. I've discovered a lot of really cool bands myself through that app. So it's an app. It's on a website. You could stream music on it. It's ore.fm. So really cool shit on there as well.
Yeah, talk about getting pissed off. We all need to get on a different platform. Fuck Spotify.
That's exactly. So that's another
talk about getting angry. You get angry and it makes you want to do something.
Yeah, man. And he's doing it. I'm telling you, he's doing
the thing. Fuck yeah, good for him. Last question, and I don't know if it's one of you want to answer it. You all want to answer it. You're more than welcome to say your thing. But I'm actually really interested in this question. I don't ask everybody, but seeing you guys are close and stuff, I want to ask it. What is the goal for the band? Where do you see? What do you hope to achieve in this Hivemind space?
That's a really good question.
I've said from the beginning, just to have fun, wherever that leads us. Everyone's at a point in their lives, whether, career, family, whatever the case may be. But I think what ultimately is, it just needs to be fun. We all need to meet up. We all need to have the outlet, like we've just been explaining, that how healthy it is for us to meet up and get it all out. As long as it's that, we could be doing this, or we could be, called to do a show in Germany. And if we all get all the time to do it, then fuck it, we're heading to Germany. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really wherever it takes us, as long as we're fucking chilling and having a good time, like we're doing it.
And I mean, I kind of get that from you guys. You guys just having fun with your friends.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
Wherever it goes, it goes. You know.
Been the goal.
And if people need to find your music, they're going to. And keep playing those festivals with all the homies.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get out there. I really want to see you guys live because I want to throw some fist during Deadweight. Well, thank you guys all for coming on. I appreciate the whole band making time. And Connor, you sound like a really busy person, but you still made it out to the interview. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
This is my passion, and I appreciate you having us on, man. It was great to meet you and talk to you. And
thank you.
Welcome to the Hivemind, man. You're part of the family now. So.
Welcome to the Beehive, brother.
I was going to say that. I was like, you guys really need to start calling your fan base the Beehive. Like, that's just fun. I really hope I didn't insult when I was bringing up bee stuff or anything, but I think it's fun. It's so fun.
A multitude of times, so you're not the first, and I'm sure won't be the last. So,
Hivemind, yeah, the thoughts are the bees hanging out in there. Anyway, you guys rock. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you at a show.
Thank you, man.